Elisha, a dead boy is raised to life. 2 Kings 4, 8-37. One day the prophet Elisha went to Shunem. A well-to-do woman was there who urged him to stay for a meal. So whenever he passed by, he would stop by to eat with her and her husband. The couple knew that Elisha was a holy man of God, and they built a small room on the roof and furnished it with a bed, a table, a chair, and a lamp. It was to be a guest room for Elisha to use wherever he was in the area. One day when Elisha and his servant Gehazi were staying in the guest room, the prophet wondered what could be done to repay their kindness. Gehazi said, "She has no son, and her husband is old." "Call her," said Elisha. The woman came and stood in the doorway. "About this time next year you will hold a son in your arms," Elisha told her. "Please, man of God, don't mislead me," she said. But the woman did become pregnant, and the following year she gave birth to a son, just as Elisha had told her. The child grew, and one day he went out to his father, who was with the reapers. He suddenly cried to his father, "My head! My head!" His father told a servant to carry him to his mother. The boy sat on his mother's lap until noon, and then he died. She laid him on the bed of the man of God in the guest room and shut the door. She called her husband and said, "Please send me one of the servants and a donkey so I can quickly go to the man of God and return." "Why go to him now?" asked her husband. She did not tell him, but set off immediately. She saddled the donkey and said to her servant, "Lead on. Don't slow down for me unless I tell you." They traveled as quickly as they could to Elisha, who was at Mount Carmel. When she found Elisha, she took hold of his feet. Gehazi came over to push her away, but the man of God said, "Leave her alone. She is in bitter distress, but the Lord has not told me why." "Did I ask you for a son, my lord?" she said. "Didn't I tell you don't raise my hopes?" Elisha said to Gehazi, "Tuck your cloak into your belt, take my staff in your hand, and run. Don't greet anyone you meet, and if anyone greets you, do not answer. Lay my staff on the boy's face." Gehazi went on ahead and laid the staff on the boy's face, but there was no sound or response. So Gehazi went back to meet Elisha, who was on his way to the house. "The boy has not woken," he reported. When Elisha reached the house, there was the boy lying dead on his couch. He went in, shut the door, and prayed to the Lord. He stretched his body out on the boy, and the boy's body grew warm. Elisha walked up and down the room, then lay on the boy again. The boy sneezed 7 times and opened his eyes. Elisha told Gehazi to summon his mother. When she came in, he said, "Take your son." She fell at Elisha's feet and bowed to the ground. Then she took her son and went out. The end.